Hi, so in this video, I'll demonstrate how to send booking related details to your Google Sheet via make.com. We will be using webhooks and make.com's automations to achieve that. So to get started, uh, go to the scenarios, build a page by clicking on create a new scenario. And here we would be adding a webhook and a custom webhook. So when we do that, we'll get a link. I can just name it as Neeto, uh, NeetoCal bookings and hit save. So I'll get a URL which I can copy, or I can use the button here, copy address to clipboard, and I can go to NeetoCal, click on the scheduling link which I want to capture the bookings from, go to settings and webhooks. Here I can create, just a second, yeah, here I can create a webhook. I paste the link, and all of these events, whenever they occur, whenever booking is created, rescheduled, cancelled, and other things, the booking details or the event details would be sent to this URL where make.com will capture the details. So I hit save, and here uh, we need to determine the data structure. So when we click on that, make.com will listen to the data, what kind of data NeetoCal would be sending. So yeah, let's create a mock meeting. Let's do a mock booking so that make.com receives or knows what kind of data it is expecting. So let me do Jim Smith. So once I do that, you can see make.com received some payload and it says that it's successfully determined. So that means NeetoCal sent out the event details to make.com. So now we can save. So next step would be to add a module which would be Google Sheets. So what we want is the event details to be captured in a Google Sheet. I have already created a Google Sheet with these headers, the SID, which is the meetings system ID, name, email, booking time, and booking URL. So we'll be capturing these values in the Google Sheet. So yeah, let's select Google Sheets. What do we want to do? We want to append a row in a sheet. So for that, we'll have to grant make.com permissions. So let's do that. I'll grant all the permissions. And it created a connection. So now we need to select the spreadsheet which we want to update. So my spreadsheet's name is NeetoCal Bookings, so I'll just search for that. And the sheet name is the default sheet 1, which contains those things. And yeah, so it fetches the headers which I have in the Google Sheet, and it suggests me what values do I want to map it against. So when I click on this, it will present make.com will present me a data structure of what NeetoCal sends as data. So here in SID, I would want to capture the SID. For name, I can select the name. Similarly for email, booking time, I think booking time is part of details. No, part of metadata. Yeah, there's this meeting time. And in the booking URL, there's this meeting URL. So yeah, whenever an event reaches webhooks, it will by default be sent to Google Sheets. It will parse the information and then add the values under each of these headers. So I can hit save. That's it, and I'll hit save. And to confirm if everything is working fine, I'll click run once. So now make.com is waiting for some data to be posted. So let's do a meeting or book a meeting again. So yeah, booking was made, the loader's gone, so that means, and I see the one here, so that means the event reached here. And if everything is successful, yeah, my Google Sheet got updated with the information. So that's one short example of how to send in your booking information to Google Sheet using make.com. But this is a very simple example. What if the user cancels a meeting, right? So in that case, we would need to either you can capture the cancellation details in a separate Google Sheet, or you can append it to the existing Google Sheet. So yeah, to do that, what needs to be done is in here we need to add a router. So when I do that, uh, so all information reaching webhooks will go to Google Sheet or will be routed via this router. So we can control what information goes where. So in this case, I can set up a filter saying that if the method, you can see there are sample information here. So if the method is equal to create, only then then only then add a row. So yeah, so whenever there is a booking which is done, or an event which is created, uh, then it will send it, only then it will append it to Google Sheet. But what I can do is I can also add another route, and here I would ideally want uh, to append to an existing row in Google Sheets. So in this case, let's say if I cancel this meeting, then I would want the cancellation reason to end up showing here, which is an appending data to an existing row. So to do that, we would want to use the update a row feature. Uh, but to select the update row feature, you would also want to know which row you would want the data to go to. So to before we add a row, before we add this update row, we can select this search rows. What that will do is it will give us the search number, sorry, row number, which we can then feed to update a row module. So first, let's select search rows. Here, yeah, before that, we can go here, we can uh, set up a filter. Again, if the method is cancel, then only then send out the event to this. So now we have two routes. One is in the event of create, we'll add a row. If in the event of cancel, we'll first do search rows, and then we'll call update row. So yeah, since I added method cancel, the cancellation, it will come up here. What we can do is uh, we can select from my drive. The spreadsheet ID would be NeetoCal bookings. Sheet name is the default one, and the filter, which is SID equals the SID. So we'll be getting SID in the cancellation payload as well. So we'll match it against that, and that would mean uh, uh, SID is something which is unique per booking, so that can be used to find the row, and we'll get the row number. So once we have that, this information would, along with the payload, would be sent to another Google Sheet, which we'll add now, which is update a row. So here again, we select the same file. Sheet name is the default. Row number we can get from this module, which will be the row number, and we only need to add the cancellation reason to the booking after the booking URL. So we can add the cancellation result here, reason here. But as you see, currently this payload doesn't have a cancellation reason, and that's because we haven't sent a cancellation request or cancellation payload yet to make.com, so it doesn't know which keys to support. So yeah, let's do a booking first and then do a cancellation request. So I'll do a mock meeting or book up a mock meeting. Or if I already have a meeting, I can cancel it right away. So this is for tomorrow. Yeah, so I can cancel it. So make.com is waiting for an event. What I'll do is I'll cancel it from here, and I'll say I am unavailable, and I cancel the meeting. So once it get cancelled, you can see the event went through till here, and yeah, it got the row number as 2, but it didn't know what to do with it, right? So it didn't populate anything, and that's because we haven't set it yet. So let's go here to column F, and now we might have the updated payload. So now we know, and you can see in the cancellation reason, we do have I am unavailable. We can also capture canceller. uh, if sometimes it's the host, sometimes it's the client which cancels it, so that can also be done. Those all the things which would be needed would be present in the payload. You just have to dig in, but for now we need the cancellation reason, so I will just add this and hit save. So yeah, so now everything is in place. uh, I'll save it, and I'll turn this scenario on, saying that run it immediately as the data arrives. So hit save. So now this, since this is working, we can do a booking and see the both the flows in action. So let's do Bob Smith. Yeah, so in the Google Sheet, you can see SID, name, email, booking, and everything got populated. Now let's go ahead and cancel this meeting. I'll just say uh, out of slots. And yeah, this one got populated automatically. So yeah, that's how you use webhooks along with make.com to get the booking details into your Google Sheets. You can use router and filters to add branching logics. You can even add a lot of other modules, like forwarding it to some CRM or some additional third-party service. And yeah, that's all there to it. There it is. Uh, Thank you.